What up, though, YouTube? What's going on, man? You guys already know who it is. It's your boy, Sports God TV, where we talk sports like religion, man. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Share the content. Jump in the comments. Let's get it cracking. Yeah, man. Y'all already know, man. Listen, man. I'm here about this fight, man. I'm just so excited about the fight, man. You know, the big fight, the mega fight, the undefeated, undisputed welterweight championship fight. You dig? Between Terrence Bud Crawford, 39 wins, 0 losses, 0 draws, 30 wins by way of knockout, versus Errol Spence, the Truth Jr., right? 28 wins, no losses, no draws, and 22 wins by way of knockout. You dig? At the T-Mobile Arena. Now, I was just going back on some stuff, man. This is some good, respectable, but yet competitive respect that those two boxers had for each other back in 2018, man, when they had met up for the first time in person. You know, Earl had told Bud where he was at, and Bud, you know, pulled up. You know what I'm saying? And they was just talking good, man. And they made $1 million bet, man, back in 2018. I wonder if it still hold weight today. You know, Bud had shouted out that he gonna make Earl do the stanky leg. You know what I'm saying? Earl, like, man, cut it out, man. You know, so first it was 100,000, and then, you know, Bud upped it. It's like, you making all that money over there on PBC, right? Making all that money over there on PBC, right? Then go ahead up it to $1 million. You know, so they shook on that. It's kind of funny, man. I want to know if they real out gonna hold on or hang on to that right there, that bet, man. If they could flash back to 2018 on that, right? But like I said, man, the conversation was real smooth. You know, one of Bud's members in his camp, man, kind of got to talking out the side of his neck. He ain't got nothing to do with it, man. And Earl kind of, you know, was focused on him for a second, man. Like, you ain't even got nothing to do with this, man. Why you even hopping in on the conversation anyway? You know what I'm saying? Like, this between me, you know, me and your man. Me and Earl told Bud flat out, man, tell your man, quiet your nigga down, man. Straight up. That's just how he said it, you know. And then they got the boxing betting about a lot of things, man. Bud told Earl, man, he bet him 20,000 that his trainer is faster than him. And Earl said, man, no, he said bet 100,000. And then Earl turned around and said, man, bet 20,000 that my trainer whoop your trainer. You know, then they talked a little bit about the fight, you know what I mean, possibly happening and stuff like that. But obviously, man, this is going to be the biggest fight in boxing today. It's the most anticipated fight. A lot of people making it to Tommy the Hitman Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard far as like the competitive level. You know, we all know that Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather was the highest grossing boxing match in boxing history. You know what I'm saying? As far as what it did, numbers on pay-per-view, what it did at the live gate. And, you know, just people, for the most part, paying to see TBE, you know, get defeated for the first time, because they all believe that Manny would be the one to do so, which I knew that they ain't really no boxing if they thought that Manny Pacquiao was going to beat Floyd Money Mayweather. That was not happening. But at the same time, when you talk about these two fighters, you know, Terrence being 35, 5'8", with a 74-inch arm reach. Then you got Errol Spence, that's 33, you know, 5'9", with a 72-inch arm reach. And both of their styles, how they fight. You got Earl, you know, there's not many weaknesses on either one, right? But that's what makes it such a competitive fight. But what I noticed, one thing about my man Errol, and all y'all already know I chose Errol Spence Jr. in this fight, and I'm going to stand on that. It's been an amount of disrespect when it comes to Errol Spence. And he's let the world know that he's going to shut everybody up. He can't wait to shut everybody up because, you know, you've been seeing a lot of videos surfacing, you know, as far as people making their early predictions on the fight. You know, a lot of professional boxers, a lot of media, this, that, and the third, and a lot of people siding with Terrence Crawford. You know, then at the same time, you got people saying it's a 50-50 fight. So it's kind of confusing. But Errol definitely letting the world know, letting the boxing world know that his ears are open and he in tune, even though he's locked in, you know, as far as his camp goes. But he just said he can't wait to, you know, shut everybody's mouth up. The only thing I see in Errol's game every now and then is his defense is a little bit leaky. Obviously, he don't have a one-hit knockout power such as like Tank does. You know, had that knockout power. Neither does Bud have that one-punch knockout power either. But every now and then, Errol can get hit. Even though his defense, he dominates most of his rounds that he fights. He rarely loses rounds, but he can get hit. And so with the amount of pressure that I'm expecting Errol Spence to put on Terrence and the combination punching that Errol does, that leaves him open for some counter punching. But Errol obviously has displayed a heck of a chin. So that's the only thing that concerns me when it comes to Errol Spence, when it comes to, you know, trading. Terrence is a great counter puncher, and he does have pop, and he does put together a number of combinations as well. That's the only thing that I see, you know, when it comes to Errol. He's not as mobile as Terrence Crawford is, but, you know, they call him basic. You know, I say, look, it's boxing, you know. Of course, you got Roy Joneses of the world, you know, that was flamboyant, and Sugar Ray Leonard that was flamboyant in the ring, and you know, and can make it look this spectacular while he whooping you. You know what I mean? But that's not Errol's game. You know, Errol is technical. You make a mistake, he's gonna make you pay. He's aggressive. You know, he's obviously the bigger man in this fight, but in this fight case, I don't believe that matters because Terrence Crawford is a dog himself. And ever since he moved up to the welterweight division, he has knocked out all 7 opponents, whether it was early or later on in the fight. He stopped them all. So he can definitely carry his weight. And everybody knows he's a switch hitter. You know, orthodox and southpaw, he fights a lot more out of the southpaw. He might start off orthodox, then he eventually switches over to the southpaw side of things. And Terrence, you know, like I said, man, he's a great boxer. He's a dog. I can't see how you can't, you know, root for a guy like that. Personality he's been showing lately and all of those type of things. But Errol, you know, Errol's a cool cat too, and he got personality, and that's when personality clashes. You know, on paper, this is going to be a 50-50 fight, but only those two going to be able to really, you know, set the record straight come July 29th inside the squared circle. Errol Spence is just going to have to do Errol Spence, you know, which is stick behind that jab, even though he has a shorter reach than Bud. But everybody knows Errol has a sharp jab. His body work is second to none. And Terrence counter punching, Terrence's ability to be able to switch, I don't think that makes a difference in this fight, because when you got two fighters at the highest level like those two, some of that stuff gonna go out the window. I just think it's gonna be based on, you know, who wants it more. I don't expect a super calculated. It will be a calculated fight, but not to the extent where it slows the the matchup. I think it's going to live up to all the expectations that everyone has as far as it being a war. And it could be technical, but at the same time, it will be aggression, a lot of aggression, I believe, in this fight. Both guys want to prove that they're the best welterweight in the world, and not only just the best welterweight, the best boxer in the world. For surely, the winner of this fight will be #1 pound-for-pound king. I mean, though ESPN and a lot of others have Bud Crawford #1 on their list, Errol Spence could easily be #1 on that list as well, in my opinion. I'm just excited about the fight, and the more information that I get on this fight, the more videos you'll see. And it's your boy, Sports God TV, where we talk sports like religion. And I'm out. Till the next time.